Hi guys, welcome back. For this example, we cross a tall and yellow homozygous parent with a homozygous short and green parent. So for the gametes, one allele associate with one allele of the other trait to form the gametes. Then when we cross the gametes of the parents, this is the genotype that we get for F1 generation, and the phenotype is tall and yellow offspring. So when we cross the F1 generation, to get the gametes, one allele associate with one allele of the other trait these are the gametes that we get for one parent, and since they have the same genotype, these are the gametes that we will get for both parents. So to get the genotype of the F2 generation, we cross the gametes of one parent with the gametes of the other parent. Something to note on the side: if we have capital letter T and capital letter Y, we will have tall and yellow, capital letter T, small y, tall and green, small t, big Y, we'll have short and yellow, small t, small y, short and green phenotype. So from those genotype that we got for F2 generation, we'll have 9 tall and yellow, 3 tall and green, 3 short and yellow, and 1 short and green. For the second example, here they say these parents are crossed, what will be the proportion of the following genotypes be among the progeny of this cross? So we have to select the genotype that we get when we cross the two parents. So we do a genetic cross for the two parents. To form gametes, one allele of each trait associate with each other. Then for the other parent, one allele of each trait associate with each other again. Okay, so after getting the gametes, we cross the gametes of each parent with each other. So these are the gametes of the first parent that we got, and these are the gametes of the other parent. When we cross the gametes using a Punnett square, these are the genotype that we get for the F1 generation. So let's go back to the question. When these parents are crossed, what will be the proportion of the following genotypes be among the progeny of this cross? So since we calculated the genotype of the F1 generation, we have to select which one we got from these options. So let's go back to the results that we got. Okay, option A. Let's check if we have option A in our results. Okay, no, option A is not there. Let me quickly fix this. Sorry for the mistake. Okay. Okay, let's check for option B. We do have double letter small d, but we don't have double letter small e. And the fourth box, no. Option B is also not there. Let's check for option C. We have to look for small letter A, small letter B, small letter C, small letter D, small letter E. Not this one. Check again, small letter A, B, C, D, E. Okay, we do have option C as our genotype. So for this question, what will be the genotype be among the progeny of this cross? The answer is C. Okay, so we can also check for option D if it's available in our answers. Capital letter A, we have to check for capital letter A, capital letter B. No, we don't have option D. So the correct answer is option C. Right. For the second question, In watermelon, bitter fruit is dominant over sweet fruit, and yellow spots are dominant over no spots. They tell us that a homozygous, meaning same allele, plant that has bitter fruit and yellow spot is crossed with a homozygous plant that has sweet fruit and no spots. The F1 are intercrossed to produce F2. So the question is, what are the phenotypic ratios in F2? So let's check what we are given. We are given bitter fruit, we are given sweet fruit, yellow spot and no spot. Okay, so let's start off by crossing the parents. We're told that a homozygous bitter fruit and yellow spot parent crosses with the homozygous sweet fruit no spot parent. Okay, so when the alleles of parent 1 associate with each other, these are the gametes that we get. Gametes for parent 1 all will be big letter BY. Then gametes for parent 2 will all be small letter by. So when we cross the two gametes from the parents, this is the genotype of the F1 generation that we get. And since we have dominant alleles, the phenotype will be beta and yellow spotted fruit. So let's go back to the question. It says, what are the phenotypic ratios in the F2 generation? We've just calculated the F1 generation. So to get the F2 generation, we need to cross the genotype of the F2 generation. So again, the alleles associate with each other to form the gametes. And since they have the same genotype, they will also have the same gametes. So to get the F2 generation, we use the Punnett square. Then we cross the gametes of the first parent with the gametes of the second parent, and these are the genotype that we get for the F2 generation. So the F2 generation phenotype will be 9 beta and yellow spot, 3 beta and no spots, 3 sweet and yellow spots, then 1 sweet and no spot. Something to note, always when heterozygous parents are crossed with each other, they always give phenotype of these ratio 9, 3, 3, 1. That is all when the parents have the same heterozygous genotype. 9 is when both traits are expressed as dominant, meaning one of the allele is dominant for each trait. Then 3, one trait expressed is dominant, other is recessive. Then for 1 ratio, both traits expressed are recessive. Let me make an example. For example, when we cross this heterozygous parent, 9 phenotypes will be when there is dominant allele A, regardless of the second allele. Then when there is dominant allele B, regardless of the second alleles, we will have dominant traits being expressed. Then for 3, we will either have one allele which is dominant for one trait, regardless of the second allele, and for the other trait, it is recessive. And the other option is when one trait is recessive and the other trait has a dominant allele. Then for the 1 ratio is when both traits are recessive. Okay guys, thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe for more videos and share my video. Thank you.